Elite care for everybody. Gallagher's Pizza. Italian food, Irish spirit. McMahon's of Luxembourg, where the best home for our furniture is yours. Cobeson Buses. Family pride in every ride. North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile. Lamers, the passenger professionals. Dandred on West Mason. One low price, always. Witt Family Auto. From our lot to yours. And Simon's Specialty Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese.
From Paul Engen Field in Appleton, it's time for the TV32 Sports Showdown. Tonight, two of the top teams in the state renew their rivalry as number 2 Kimberly visits number 8 Appleton North. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Alongside John Mino.
Hello, Teddy.
I'm Ted Stefanik. So glad you could be with us. Of course, you know Kimberly's history, a perennial power in the state of Wisconsin, but they no longer have Steve Jones as their head coach, but Chad Michaelwitz is now the head coach at Kimberly, and they haven't seemed to have missed a step.
No, Chad, a guy we knew well, of course, and DePere had great success over the last couple of seasons especially, but you're right, they haven't missed a beat. They've been in the 40s every game. So far, they've outscored their 3 opponents 139-20. Not bad, not bad. And they're throwing the ball real well. They've got 8 touchdown passes already in 3 games. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
They're doing pretty good.
Meanwhile, Appleton North, man, this is a really good team as well. You know, going back to last year, it was Appleton North knocking off Kimberly in the playoffs. That snapped a drought against Kimberly that went back to 2012. But this Appleton North team could be poised to take over the FBA.
You know, I was reading some preseason things in the newspaper and that, and Appleton North had a phenomenal attitude because they were as crushed at the end of that playoff game we did last year as any team I've ever seen, and with reason. So they're coming back with a great attitude. This could be a great game on a beautiful night.
It is absolutely gorgeous, and Kimberly wearing their white uniforms and red numbers and lettering. They are going to kick off to Appleton North wearing those blue jerseys and white helmets, of course, with the blue logo. And we are underway. This one fielded at the 5-yard line by Appleton North. Up the middle they come. Loose ball, and it is out, and it is Kimberly's ball at the 30-yard line.
Wow, Trent Mullen with the return. Looked like he had something good working. Ball gets popped out, and that is recovered immediately by Kimberly's Brendan Grams.
All right, let's introduce the third member of our broadcast team. It's Tyler Job from NBC 26. Tyler, what do you got for us coming up in the game?
All right, thanks a lot, guys. It is a big game feel here tonight at Paul Engen Field here in Appleton North. Big game rivalry. These two teams have been at or near the top of the conference for quite a long time now. Now, coming up throughout the game, we'll be showing you stories that we've been covering throughout the week leading up to this game. At halftime, we're going to be talking about Kimberly's pep band going through a refresh after dealing with COVID-19. And then a little bit later on, we'll be introducing you to Appleton North's head coach, Rob Salm, who has been coaching here at North since 1995, since the school opened. So, interesting stuff to look forward to here tonight. Guys, I'll toss it back to you.
Thank you, Tyler. So first down, first and 10 from the 30 is where Kimberly starts after that turnover.
Seth Myron, the quarterback, with a pass, quick slant to Jackson Garbish.
And a first down. One play, first down.
Hey, that's 3 games out of 4 we've done where the very first play of the ball game brings some excitement, isn't it, Teddy?
You bet it is. And one play in, and we're already in the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. So here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, bouncing around through that defense.
Tough run for a gain of 5.
Stuck at the 15-yard line.
Could have been down a lot sooner. Really kept his legs moving. Tough running back. Number 6, Blake Berry. We'll hear a lot about him.
We are watching Appleton North and Kimberly tonight. Gremlins.
Berry, by the way, 414 yards rushing already this season, averaging 9 yards a carry, Ted.
2nd and 6 from the 15. The rollout to the right, looking in the middle, and good defense that time.
Broke it up nicely. Defensive back, Brock Salm. You'll be hearing his name. With the organization, or the program, I guess I should say, of Appleton North football, how many Psalms are involved?
Do you know the answer?
I know the answer.
I'm going to say 7.
10.
Plus 3.
10 Psalms involved with the program.
There's a lot. And they've been at it for a long time.
Certainly have.
So a third down, third and 6 from the 15. Snap Myron. And in the backfield, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Brock Arndt, number 53, 6'3", 221 pounds, junior linebacker. Colleges are looking at him. He is a tough football player. Met him head on at the line of scrimmage.
So you got a 4th and 6 coming up here, John. He's still sitting on the 15-yard line, and it looks like they're going to kick. So Hunter Berry. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the first 3 points of the game belong to Kimberly after the turnover. 3-0. The visitors from Kimberly. We'll be right back. So 3-0. Kimberly leads Appleton North after a fumble on the turnover. So John, right as we got into play there, you talked about this is 4 games in a row where something has happened in the first play
First touching of the football. It's unbelievable what's been happening. So if you're a fan of Friday night football games here, folks, don't tune in late because there's always excitement early on. But you know what? That was a big stop by Appleton North. I mean, that could have been down in that territory. Kimberly could have easily put 6 or 7 on the board, and that was a nice stop. Arndt with that big play on third down to shut it down. They're okay with 3 when you give it up that deep in your own territory.
A low boot this time.
Those are tough to handle.
Picked up at the 10-yard line. A big hit at the 20.
Big hit both ways. That was 21. Trent Mullen with the return, and Kane Buchinger with the stop.
Hey, no matter who you are, part of you is an athlete, whether you're a student, a professional, or a recreational athlete. The Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics team provides elite care for everybody. Bell & Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown. 3-0. Papermakers lead the Lightning as Appleton North gets their first touch
on offense. Got a great young quarterback. This kid can do a little bit of everything. Kreitzer's his name, averages 9 yards a carry. He's passed for 240 yards so far in the season. One of those multi-purpose quarterbacks we see so often these days.
Well, both teams come in with that 3-0 record, although Appleton North had a little bit of a scare in the very first game.
First game, yep. Against Green Bay Southwest. You're right.
Boy, you looked at the box score the next morning. 15-13. Now, Green Bay Southwest has struggled the last few years. To see what Appleton North go through a tough game like that. Talked to Coach Rob Salm. He said, hey, all the credit in the world to Green Bay Southwest, but North made 3 turnovers in that game and gave Southwest an opportunity to win that game, but North came away with the victory. So a little screen pass and...
Pass complete, not much yardage, of course. Jack Hanus with the reception. Gain of about 3. Oh, excuse me, no gain on the play. Just only got back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 8. You ever talked about this North offense? They don't throw the ball as much as Kimberly does, but they are real successful throwing. Like I said, he's 21 of 35 on the season, so that's a high percentage. I can't do the math, but it's high.
Yeah, but he's not afraid to run.
No, not at all. He's a great runner.
He's got some yardage racked up in the first 3 games.
He's their leading rusher.
And looking to run here, tried to turn it upfield, but that Kimberly defense there waiting for him after a gain of 3.
Yeah, tried to cut it upfield. Looked like he had something going, but a big fella got in his way. Braxton Roeder, number 95, 6 foot, 217-pound senior linebacker. So 3 and out for the home team here. What a beautiful crowd tonight here, Ted. Isn't it amazing?
You know, one of the most anticipated games year in and year out, Kimberly and Appleton North here in the Valley.
You have to think this has to be one of the biggest games in the state. Both teams ranked in the top 10.
Kimberly number 2 in the latest coaches poll, and Appleton North number 8, although North knocked off Kimberly the last time they met in level 3 of the football playoffs last season.
End over end, that's going to get a heck of a roll. Inside, we're right at the 20-yard line.
That's a little step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. First and 10, ball on the 20-yard line for Kimberly as they go back to work. Try it up the middle, good for about 2 yards.
Blake Berry again with the carry. You know, this quarterback for Kimberly, Seth Myron, we've been watching him play for 4 years, Ted. Remember when he was a freshman, he got playing time? Big kid. I was down there in the field before the game. 6'5", about 200 pounds. Great arm.
Well, and again, 8 passing touchdowns.
8 touchdown passes in 3 games. So, man, Kimberly's outscored their opponents 139-20 so far in the season.
Jackson Garbish split wide to the left this time on the near sideline. They put a man in motion. They pitched to him a little jet sweep here. And that is Brennan Graham's.
You don't see that much anymore. Remember that was a real popular play? I remember the Wisconsin Badgers were one of the first teams ever to start it. It just seemed to go out of vogue for some reason, but I've always liked that play.
Well, and that's considered a completed pass.
Yeah. Just tripped up right there, had a chance at a first down. Gain of about 7. Along 6 maybe.
These defenses are tough.
They are. They are so active. They are so well schooled, so well coached.
Lightning looking for a stop here. Ball sitting on their 26-yard line. Myron. And he's in trouble, and down he goes after a loss of yardage.
Well, nice job by the defensive backs that time. There was nobody open. Brock Arndt, one of the guys in there once again. But you know, we're talking about that, Teddy. You don't fool anybody anymore like the old days. There is so much video technology now that you can watch. You can get those keys, get those reads. That all these kids do these days is study that video, and they read their keys, and they stay home. It's really tough to surprise somebody.
So certainly a punting situation here with the ball on the 24-yard line. Ethan Kreider.
Another booming punt, end over end. That's going to get a heck of a roll out at about the 32.
So we'll step away again. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
Face a 240-pound football player running at you full speed, or a dentist?
Let Dr. Pete and the team at North Star Dental make your experience worry-free.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley from North Star Dental Group, and our patients' safety and comfort come first. That's why we offer sedation dentistry. No stress, no worries. Go home with that beautiful smile, usually in just one visit. If you think that's too good to be true, give us a call.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
Ball on the 33-yard line. That's where Appleton North takes over once again. Kreider has a man. Good for about 7 yards on the far sideline.
Yeah, and that could be a tough pass going that far across the field. Receiver was Jack Robinson coming out of the backfield, 5'10", 184, junior running back. Going a little no huddle right now.
Get a look at the
picking up the pace.
Starting offense for Appleton North. Some big guys along that line.
Well, I don't know. 6'5", 232, 6'3", 274, 6'4", 245, 6'5", 290. Eh.
Was that the Badger lineup? Or?
The Packers.
Yeah. 2nd and 2.
Nice fake.
Kreider
but not fooled.
Waiting for him.
Nice fake, but not fooled. Number 49, Brody Beck. 5'11", 185-pound junior linebacker. As I mentioned, stays home.
And another 3rd down coming up. And these defenses are
just so tough. I'm telling you, I don't care how big those offensive linemen are. These guys know how to shoot the gaps. They know how to read. They know how to stay home.
Well, strength and
they know how to
speed.
Swarm. Exactly.
My goodness, are they fast? Both sides.
Would have loved one of those.
3rd and 2 from the 41. Kreider has a man. That's going to be a first down. Oh, it popped out for a second.
It did, but he did. Nice job catching it right on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Caden Pop. Let's get a look at the defensive starters for the Papermakers.
By the way, Pop, the leading receiver, 10 catches, 163 coming into the ball game.
Boy, a lot of all-conference players on both sides of the ball back this season here in the Fox Valley Association. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Kreitzer winds up, throws deep, and overshoots his man. It looked like Caden Prince got tied up a little bit with the defensive back.
Nice job, though, the defensive back just staying with him. didn't give him any room. Drew Iden, 5'11", 160, senior defensive back. You know, Ted, I'm sure Appleton North doesn't want to hear about it anymore, but that last game we did last season, state semifinals against Franklin, the eventual state champion with a quarterback that's a backup quarterback for the Badgers right now, that was a heartbreaking game for them, the way they had their lead going into that fourth quarter.
Yeah, almost a replay of the first matchup in week 1 last season between those two teams. Knights are on the run, being chased down, and good defense that time, broken up by number 22, Thomas Myers, the safety, coming in to break that one.
Yeah, had a chance at a pick right there, did a real nice job, 6', 182, junior defensive back. Like the way Kiteser threw that ball, though, really had something on it rolling out like that. He's a great young quarterback, only a junior. They always do, though, don't they, Ted? Doesn't North always have a good... Of course, source code, so does Kimberly.
Yeah,
I had to laugh.
I was going to say.
I had to laugh about something. In the coach's comments, when you ask him about how could you name the kids playing college football, he's like,
too many.
no, there's too many. I can't name them all. That's pretty amazing.
A 3rd and 10 now.
Whistle.
Yeah, that came from...
Delay of game, I believe. Moving back to 3rd and 15. So a nice little drive going, but stalling right here. Yep, moving it back. Of course, we talked about Kimberly's legendary coach. I don't care how many years they play high school football in the state of Wisconsin. Steve Jones, I mean, you could just rank him amongst the all-time best. Just incredible what he did as head coach here at Kimberly.
Without a doubt. Terry Verstraete, our white cap, the lead official tonight in the game. You see the rest of his crew?
Trying.
Yeah, nowhere to go that time. It was Jack Hamus looking downfield, but man, that papermaker defense just collapsed quickly.
Brody Beck, number 49, the first guy to make contact. Again, just a great job, not going for the fakes, not going for the misdirection. Nobody open in the back, staying home, and they just went after him. Tough defense. So 4th and about 20 right now, North having to punt. You know, something ironic, or not ironic, just interesting, maybe just to me. Kimberly hasn't given up any points on the season in the 2nd quarter or 3rd quarter. Okay? North hasn't given up any points this season in the 1st quarter or 4th quarter. See, one of those stats I dig out that you don't. You don't
let anybody score in the 1st quarter?
Right.
Until tonight.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You don't go that extra step.
I know.
The way I do.
Well.
Huh? Think about it. If you want to
we
go anywhere,
rely on the intellect, the knowledge.
If you want to go anywhere in this career, just
yes, sir.
Watch, learn, and listen. Okay, buddy? Who knows where you could go?
My hero.
Might get back to Wausau.
All of our heroes. This one.
Late fair catch.
39-yard line. That's where Kimberly will take over. Hair Down and Distance is brought to you by Gandrid West Mason Value Center. Find the right vehicle at the right value for your money. Complete inventory online at GandridWest.com.
So Kimberly calls their play on the sidelines, comes out on the field, trying to get something going on offense. As I mentioned before, coming into this ball game, averaging 7 yards per carry on the ground, 426 yards through the air, 8 touchdown passes for Myron, who's being looked at by a lot of schools, I'm sure. When you got that kind of size, 6'5", boy, recruiters love that.
Some room up the middle, good for about 7 yards.
7. That was the best carry of the ball game for Kimberly. That was Barry with the carry. As I mentioned, he came into the ball game with an average of 9.0 yards per carry, 414 yards on the ground in 3 games. And you know, in a lot of those games, he's not going the distance when they had those big leads.
Right. Well, and that's what makes these programs so good year in and year out. If you can get some big leads on some teams,
right? Get those young players.
You get those young players with
right.
valuable game experience, things you just can't recreate in practice.
Barry again. I think he's got it. It's going to be real close, but the official on the far side looked like he had his right foot over the yard marker. Oh, now I don't think so, though. You know what that was? That was one of those old John Madden things.
Yeah.
Remember he said if he marks with his right foot, it's a first down. Marks with the left foot, it's not. He marked it with his left foot. I honestly think that's what happened there.
We're going to get a measurement here.
Yeah, we are. But at first, he did have it past the distance.
Well, what's your thought?
I think he's short.
I think you're right.
Where they marked it.
I think you're right.
It's real close.
Go with Johnny.
Oh, my goodness, is that close.
Get the piece of paper out.
I know, right?
Terry Verstraete taking a good look at it.
That. That is so close. It's incredible. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's as close as it gets. One link.
One link shot, just like you said. He's shy.
Absolutely.
Knew it all along.
I was confident.
Man.
Did you ever play horseshoes where it was real close to being a ringer, so you take a piece of straw and put it back there, and if the peg bent the straw, it wasn't a ringer? Did you ever do that?
No.
Oh.
I've never heard of that.
I guess you never grew up playing horseshoes.
Are you saying the guy should bring a piece of straw?
Yes. I'm serious. That would do it.
Third and one link of the chain.
And they're in this shotgun. I'm surprised he's not under center. Just going for a sneak.
Full house backfield, though. Head of
Barry?
steam and a first down and more to the 40. Now to the 30 and brought down from behind inside the 30-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds, and it's a good thing he did. Ben Isom chased him down, 6 foot 208. Senior linebacker did a nice job staying with that. Nice hole on the right side. Had some good blocking. Nice job of chasing him down. Christian Pride also in on that stop.
Both sides loaded up the middle like it was going to be.
Did they ever? Exactly.
Do or die right in the middle. Instead, they bounce it outside for the big gain.
Biggest play of the game for Kimberly so far.
Blake Berry. Big play. So ball on the 31-yard line now. Fresh set of downs for the Papermakers.
New running back with the carry.
Gavin Tyson.
5'9", 184, junior running back. Gain of about 2. Boy, when you look at the top 10 teams in the Valley and northeastern Wisconsin in Division I, it's amazing how many are ranked in the top 10. It's just incredible when you look at that. Neenah, Fond du Lac, these two teams, Bayport.
You got 4 teams in the Fox Valley Association.
Yes, in the top 10,
Man.
in the state, in the biggest division.
Inside a minute to go. Back to Barry they go. And Barry's still on his feet. My goodness, how did he get out of that? Just kept churning and turning and burning.
Great play by Barry, taken down by a really good defensive back, Trent Mullen. Taking him down, but another first down. Barry's starting to get some momentum here, starting to feel it. Watch him keep those legs moving here, Teddy. Looks like he's going to be stacked up for about a 2-yard gain. Just kept those legs moving backwards. Strong running back.
Man. Well,
6 foot 210.
Gets him a fresh set of downs inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone, sitting 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Barry in the backfield.
Gets the ball.
Tries that right side again. Good for about 3 yards, and that might be
last play of the first quarter. It will. Quick first quarter, but it was a fun one.
Man.
If you like defensive, hard-hitting football.
3-0. Kimberly leads on a field goal coming off a turnover. That's the difference so far. 1 quarter of play in the books. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Gorgeous night here in Appleton tonight. Appleton North hosting Kimberly, 2 of the top teams in the state. 3-0 game so far with Kimberly in the lead. Ted Stefaniak and John Mino with you, and what a start to week 4.
How has our weather been so far this season?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Outstanding.
Absolutely perfect.
Could say a little too warm tonight?
Almost. I mean, I'm sweating a little bit up here. I'll be honest with you. I didn't get a chance to work out today except climbing up this stadium here.
That usually does it for us.
That's
on
about
a
it.
Friday night.
That's my workout.
So Kimberly back to work. 2nd and 7 from the 15-yard line. The pass.
Nice
and down to
pattern,
about
nice
the
catch.
5-yard line.
Yep.
Jackson Garbish again.
Yep. Myron really throws well on the move. Again, 6'5", but he's got good legs. Does a nice job getting around that end. Nice job by Gerbish. He's one of his leading receivers. Right on the money. Tried to make a little move, get away. Couldn't quite do it.
So sitting on the 4-yard line now. first and goal from the 4, and we're going to have a timeout. Kimberly wants to talk about it. So we will step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Chad Michaelwitz taking that timeout, the new head coach for Kimberly, making sure everyone's on the same page as they begin this first and goal from the 4-yard line.
I have to lean over here into the window to see this, Ted. Is that going to get in your way, or you could be okay?
Step over here.
Can you see over me?
I can see right over you, my friend.
Can? Okay. That's why you hired me, isn't it?
That's why we stay away from Brian Butch. I can see right over you, my friend.
All right, that's enough.
Here's the handoff. Big hit at the 2-yard line and just shy of the goal line.
You're right. It was a big hit. Getting hit was number 52, Brock Isom, 6 foot 208, senior linebacker. But as you mentioned, Blake Berry really running hard right now.
Another look at it.
Second and less than a yard.
Hit right there.
Second and goal.
Actually, it was number 39 getting in there too. Or 38 rather, Jordan Bauman.
Ball sitting inside the 1-yard line with a second and goal. Berry in the backfield with Myron. They give to Berry again, left side, and he is in. Touchdown, Papermakers.
Big hole, had a nice lead block that time by number 40, Isaac DeChant. 5'10", 222-pound senior fullback. Did a real nice job opening up that hole for Berry, and Berry did it the rest. Oh, we got a beautiful moon coming up here, Teddy. Look at that moon over there.
Sure.
See that?
I see it.
Kimberly trying to take a 10-0 lead here, early second.
Hunter Berry with the extra
And they
point.
do.
So 10-0 Papermakers as Blake Berry takes the handoff and punches it across
Once
1
again,
yard.
see number 40 there, big seal block.
We'll be back after this timeout.
There's that beautiful moon I was telling you about, Teddy.
Kicking off for the
Yeah,
Great setting here.
just gorgeous. Like, talk about that smoke from the western states
Yeah.
coming into the area. We just
Yep.
had some gorgeous sunsets.
Unfortunate for what's going on up there, but it does carry this far. Here at Paul Engen Field. It's good to see him still active. The program. That's just great. Legendary coach, of course, Appleton West and Appleton North.
It's pretty good when you have a field named after you.
Not bad.
Kickoff from Kimberly.
Oh, another fumble.
And there, the 15 picked up. And then some room to run across the 40-yard line near the 45. Big return that time for number 17, Jack Robinson.
And a big tackle that time by number 11, Drew Iden, making the stop. I thought he might take it the distance.
Hey, tonight's Instant Replays brought to you by our friends at Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
Big return for Appleton North after the bobble. Best field position to start a drive, the 45. They need an answer right here. They need an answer here in this second quarter.
That offense rolling a little bit. The defense has looked pretty good, although that was an impressive drive.
It certainly was.
By Kimberly. Coming out of the first quarter and beginning the second. So back
As a
to
man.
work. The
Nope.
Lightning go. That is overthrown and out of bounds for Luke Kreitzer.
Yeah, had a receiver at this side. I thought he'd have a shot at him. Owen Hager, 6'4", 198, senior wide receiver, big target out there, but just let that one get away from him. Overshot him high and wide. You know, just one more, last time I'll mention this, but Appleton North season last year, they lost 3 games. One to Kimberly, which I believe was number 1 in the state at the time. One to Appleton North, to Franklin, which I believe was number 2 in the state at the time. And then to Franklin again, which I believe was number 1 in the state at the time.
That is correct.
That's unbelievable.
Another pass.
Another pass overshooting his man. A little off tonight so far starting this one.
Timing seemed to be off that time a little bit.
Yeah, Jack Hamus is intended wide receiver on the right side. And they're not real complicated passes, just kind of run-of-the-mill routes. Receiver was getting open a couple of times, but not getting it to him.
Yeah.
Big play, 3rd and 10 from the 45.
Rushing the pass a little bit here.
Little
with
bit
that,
maybe,
with that
huh?
pressure, all the pressure he's
Yeah,
been under.
yeah, you're right. That big defensive line. You got number 97, 6 foot, 281-pound Michael Paget right over center.
So this is a 3rd and 10. Kreitzer, little shovel pass.
Tried to make something happen, but they didn't. Lance Doring in there with the tackle. You know, we were talking earlier about that Freedom team this year.
Yeah.
They're leading 27-0 right now at the end of the first quarter over Wapaka, I believe it is.
Wapaka?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll see Wapaka in
Yes,
a
we
couple
will.
of weeks.
Yes, we will.
Little Appleton Xavier game. Rocky Blyer joining us.
That's right. Low snap. Nice job handling it.
Ooh, Kimberly had an opportunity
Wow, that's
to
a
block that.
booming punt.
Bounces at the
And gets it
5.
out. Oh, man, what a beautiful punt that was.
One
Wow.
step away, you're watching Showdown. Checking out some other scores. West De Pere leading Ashwaubenon 7-0.
Barry kind of slips in the backfield.
Kimberly goes back to work, starting at their own 8-yard line.
You know, Ted, I was mentioning, but that was a low snap of the punt. The punter did a great job of handling it.
Yeah.
With these fields these days, you don't see many bad bounces. I mean, it's like bouncing it off a pool table. I mean, it's incredible how immaculate these fields are. There's no ruts like the old days and all those kinds of things. No gopher holes.
Thing of the past.
Yep. Woodchuck holes.
The woodchuck holes.
Yep. We had them.
2nd and 9. And Blake running hard to get those 3 yards.
Running very hard. Big tackle there by number 66, Cal Hansen. 5'11", 245, senior defensive lineman. 3rd and 5. North looking to get a stop here and get some good field position, try to get some mojo with their offense. Kimberly trying to control this ball in the first half. Look for a little rollout again to the big wide receiver.
He split way
wide.
out to the right.
Just straight 3-step drop, and he overshoots his man, intended wide receiver.
Yeah, they went
Number
back to
8,
the left
Garbage.
side that time.
Yeah, try to do a little bit of a decoy real wide to the right here. I thought he was going to roll out this way and hit his guy in a little bit of an out pattern, but tried going back the other way. Big stop for Appleton North right there. And they just need to get something going offensively.
Should get pretty good field position here.
Although we've seen some amazing punts tonight, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Every one, whether it's end over end and rolls for 30 more yards, or just a boomer like that last one was. Pitting Kimberly deep, so punting from their own end zone.
And it is the quarterback, Kreider. Or, excuse me, Ethan Kreider. Not the quarterback, the punter. So Lamers Bus Line is hiring safe and friendly school bus drivers for daily routes and after-school athletics. Lamers offers increased hourly wages and bonuses up to $2,400 each year. Visit golamers.com/careers to apply.
All right. Sent in my application.
Yeah, what'd you hear?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. But soon, I think. Pretty sure. It's my next career.
So great field position here for Appleton North, starting on the Kimberly 30-yard line.
Robinson with the carry. Thomas Myers, 6 foot, 182-pound defensive back, came up to make the stop.
Thomas Myers on the stop. That's a gain of close to 4.
Gain of about 3. Best field position for Appleton North so far in the ball game. And again, this first half is just like a running clock. Inside 8 minutes to go here in the first half.
Couldn't get away that time. Kept those legs churning, and Kreitzer.
Yeah, a little bit of a quarterback try. Ethan Doucette, big linebacker, 6'1", 225, senior, coming up to make the stop. He wasn't going to let him go. Once he got his hands on him, he wasn't going to let him go. Tried spinning out, but a nice job. Also Ty Lawton coming up to help finish him off. So no gain. 4 down territory though, Teddy.
Here you'd expect it.
3rd and 4, under center for the first time.
Pitch. Trying the left side, nowhere to go for Jack Robinson.
Once again, Ethan Doucette came up and made a great play. Also number 34, Connor Scheissel coming up to making the stop. Still four down territory, but wow, a lot more distance now. Look at that defense, just swarming and attacking for Kimberly. Wow.
And not just one.
No, they're all over the place. Incredible this defense is doing tonight.
So backs them up on the loss.
As I mentioned, they've given up 20 points for the entire season. So going for the field goal. Okay. Wow, from the 34, 44-yard field goal.
Caden Pop, 2 of 4. He's got 1 over 40 yards this season.
Good snap, good hold, good leg.
It's spinning, and it is no
off
good.
To the right.
Had the leg.
Certainly did.
A little bit to the right.
So big stop for Kimberly. Nice snap, nice hold. Just wouldn't come back for him. Usually those are the ones running outside of the post. They just kind of curve back inside. Couldn't get it that time.
From our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. Whit Ford, your trusted Ford dealer.
So Kimberly comes back now. They haven't exactly exploded offensively yet, done just enough. Because they do have an explosive offense when they really get in high gear. 2 running backs averaging 9 and 7 yards per carry. So from the 20. Barry puts his head down and just drives. Just a tough running back. Right up the middle, gains about 4. Well, you got 210 pounds coming at you like that, and a head of steam. That's a force to be reckoned with.
He's had some good carries so far in this one.
I believe it's McWanago that's number 1 in the state, right, Ted? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct, sir. You make me dig through my notes during a play.
Sorry.
Is that Barry again?
It's Barry again, another big hole. Barry gets the first down. Number 23, Brock Salm coming up to making the stop.
McWanago is number 1 in Division 1.
That was a nice hole that time. Give the offensive line a lot of credit on that play. They really bust open the hole. Big weekend for football, though, isn't it? Starting tonight. Actually, starting last night. The NFL starting.
That's a heck of a game.
It certainly was. That Bills team is going to be something.
Ball on the 32-yard line. Fresh set of downs as Barry bounces off some defenders. Almost ran over the official as he gets out to the 50-yard line.
Ben Isom, number 52, finally corrals him. Now this Kimberly offense is moving the way you normally like to see, not like to see, but that you normally do see Kimberly offenses move from over the years. Watch this offensive line play once again. Nice block right there, then he just does the rest. Powerful running back. Brings it right up to the 50.
Snap.
New running back.
And that's Tyson again. Tyson good for 5 yards, and the second drive where Kimberly's been able to get it sustained a little bit.
That's
here.
a pretty good 1-2 backfield punch, isn't it? With Barry and Gavin coming in like that. Gavin Tyson, 5'9", 184.
Yeah, 21 carries on the season for Gavin Tyson, coming in 75 yards. So he's been getting in there, doing some of the dirty work to get some of those tough yards.
Just to give Barry a break.
Ball up to the 45 now.
Barry again.
Barry
has the outside.
Got one play of rest, and back to work he goes. He's going to be close to another first down. I think just shy.
Trent Mullen, number 21, coming up and doing a nice job to make that tackle. You're right, just shy of a first down. Probably about a foot. Maybe a little bit more. Nice little stiff arm. It's a lost art. Whatever happened to the stiff arm? He's bringing it back. I like that.
So the stiff arm from Josh Allen last night.
Yeah, we certainly did. You know who had the greatest stiff arm in Packers history?
Who's that?
Gary Ellis.
Ah,
Do you remember Gary Ellis?
yes.
Incredible stiff arm. You don't remember him, do you?
3rd and 1. I do.
Okay.
Media personality now.
Yes.
First down.
First down. Drive continues inside 3 minutes to go here in the first half for Kimberly. It's a big series for Appleton North. Trying to get a stop.
Number 66, Cal Hansen. 1st and 10. Kimberly just inside the 40 at the 39.
You know one thing about Kimberly over the years, though, Ted, no matter who the head coach is, I mean, going all the way back for years, very few mistakes. Just very few mistakes. Just so fundamentally sound. They never beat themselves.
Tyson.
Up to about the 36. Gain of about 3. You know, some teams, I mean, they got a lot of talent or whatever, but there's illegal procedure penalties and blocking in the back and all those kind of things. You very seldom see that with this program. I think one of the reasons is they've got so many good players. You screw up like that? Okay. You know what? Next man up.
Well, and there hasn't been a whole lot of flash from either team.
No,
This
not at
has
all.
been
Just
solid
grinding it. Absolutely.
execution.
Just grinding it out.
Fundamental football right
Exactly.
now. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 2 receivers to the left. They go to the man underneath in the slot. I think that was Garbish again.
Yes, it was. Jackson Garbish, 6'3", 192, big wide receiver. Good play calling. I mean, they had them, you know, pounding it, pull it back. It's your big wide receiver for the first down. 2 wide receivers flanked wide to the right. Kreider is very far to the right.
Garbish in the slot again.
And then I say that.
How well executed things have been.
And I said about no illegal procedure penalties or things like that.
We'll show Mino.
Sorry, Chad. Oh. Why does that happen to me all the time, Ted? Why does that happen? I'm a good guy for the most part.
Karma.
Wow.
That's all right, John.
All right. I'll bounce back.
It's impressive that there wasn't one before that with the pace of this game.
That's what I mean. So inside a $130, 1st and 15. Barry again.
to the left. Yeah, the man on the foot. Barry kept him in place. Otherwise, he was shaking some other defenders up high.
Yeah, that's Brock Art, number 53, their leading tackler. Timeout by Kimberly, I believe.
Kimberly will take the timeout.
Yep. Keeping her here. Brock Zom also coming up on that stop. How many people at a game like this, a stadium like this, Ted? How many do you think? How many people in attendance here tonight, do you think? A couple thousand?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's...
I mean, there's not an empty seat. It's a huge grandstand on both sides, and it's completely full.
Yeah, love to see that. Love to see that.
Absolutely.
Hey, every time a team reaches the opponent's 20-yard line, they're inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit, now with locations in Suamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue.
Little disappointed.
In?
Last week in De Pere, you didn't want to go to Gallagher's and have a
I
pizza?
was there.
What?
Where were you?
You did not.
You said, meet me there. I was waiting.
No, you lie. You lie. I assumed you'd say, hey, Johnny, it'd be a good time for us to get together off the field type thing and socialize, get to know each other better.
Having a chat with the fan after the game. I turned around, you were gone.
No, nothing.
Kind of running towards your car.
Yep, no, nothing.
2nd and 14. 1:12 to go.
Got a
Deep
shot.
pass near
And
sideline.
a
That
great
is
catch.
caught.
Going up to get it, Ethan Kreider. You could just tell he really had a beat on that ball, Teddy. Good protection, great throw. Outstanding job. I mean, he was covered. But what a great job going up and taking that away. Trent Mullen, the defensive back.
Kreider, not only a great punter, but excellent receiver.
Yep. Yeah, he's had some punts tonight. Wow.
So another 1st and goal for the Papermakers,
From
sitting
the
on the
7.
7-yard line. Barry in the backfield, along with Myron. Barry takes it, tries the right side, is held up inside the 5-yard line, still fighting, and they'll blow it dead.
I'll tell you what, if you're an official, you have to wait till he's down. Because just because he's stacked up doesn't mean the play's over. The way he keeps those legs going is incredible.
Here's another look.
Just strong lower body.
Second and goal
Look at
from
that.
the
He
4.
never did go down.
They're sending somebody low.
Yes.
If you don't hit him low, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. They never did bring him down. So from the 4.
Barry again up the middle, fighting, pushing, and short.
With 20 seconds left to play, another timeout will be called by Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly will use their final timeout.
And they'll be at about the 1, maybe a yard and a half.
Give the tackle to number 55, Ben Frankel.
So Kimberly knocking on the door here on 3rd down. I think that's their 2nd timeout, wasn't it, Ted?
No, that was their 3rd.
That was their 3rd, okay.
They are out of timeouts as I look at the scoreboard.
Okay. But it still shows Kimberly won.
Yep. They had one sitting up there before that timeout.
Ah, gotcha. Now who's Mr. Observant?
So. Well, it still says one up there. So anyway, let's assume
either
they're
way.
out of timeouts.
Okay.
You've got a 3rd down situation here. Does this have to be a passing down?
No, I don't think so. 20 seconds, 19 seconds. I think you can still. I'm actually looking for a quarterback sneak. Oh, it is. They are out of timeouts. Okay, well, thank you, Ted. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Must feel good.
To be right once? Yes.
What's the old saying? Nothing more exhilarating than pointing out the shortcomings of others?
I just wanted to let everyone know Kimberly is out of timeout. Now, we added one to our scoreboard. Kimberly is out of timeout. So we can take that last timeout off the scores.
Are we 100% sure, Teddy?
There you go. Okay.
Here we go.
So here's the important thing. 19 seconds to go. It's a 3rd down. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Barry in the backfield. Fake.
Going to the air.
And Howard shoots his man. I'll tell you what, Teddy, you called it. Heavy pressure that time by Appleton North. Brings up 4th down.
I like the play.
I do too. No question about it.
You get hung up.
When you got Barry in that backfield, you have to be spying him first. Just have to be.
So it stops the clock with 14 seconds. Otherwise, that clock has an opportunity to run down, and you don't get that shot at a 4th down.
By the way, Nina leading Fond du Lac 31-14.
Wow. Good Nina team. All right, so
Here
a 4th
we
and
go.
goal from the 2. Kimberly trying to build on their lead. They put a man in
Snap right
motion. Myron fighting, and no signal yet. Now a touchdown, Kimberly.
It wasn't Myron.
Yeah, it was a direct snap
It was
to
a direct
Barry.
snap, yes.
It was
Direct
Barry.
snap to Barry. Big play. Big play, going with a little bit of the Wildcat.
Well, and it still wasn't easy.
No. North thought they had him stopped. Good call. It's been an imaginative drive over the last couple of minutes.
Now Hunter Barry on for the extra point.
Well, Appleton North is going to have some time at halftime to try to figure out something, but right now that Kimberly defense is dominant.
The extra
Next
point,
is good. And the offense isn't far behind. Just rolling on all cylinders right now.
17-0 as we take a look at tonight's Smile Cam, brought to you by North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile.
Every one of them a patient of Dr. Pete.
Dr. Pete.
Dr. Pete. You can tell just by the white teeth.
Offices in Appleton and Sheboygan. Certainly thank North Star Dental Group and Dr. Pete for their sponsorship of Showdown this season. It's been a good one for Kimberly tonight. 17-0 over Appleton North with 9 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, again, I don't see a flaw in Kimberly this year, do you, Ted? I mean, we very seldom do. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they're one of the perennial top teams in the entire state of Wisconsin, and they are just following that form again tonight. Fundamental football, swarming, really playing tough defense, and the offense just kind of methodical, doing what they need to do.
2 long, sustained drives led to touchdowns. Field goal, first points of the game off a turnover on the opening kick. Appleton North hasn't been able to get the momentum back since.
No, it almost seemed that way. It almost sent a little bit of a tone, didn't it? With that early fumble and the quick field goal, and then they scored again short time later. So a squibber. Taking out about the 28.
With a head of steam. That was Trent Mullen.
He's had a busy night tonight.
So 4 seconds here. We'll see if Appleton North wants to take a shot down the field or
I always say they're going to take a knee. You always say they're going to try something.
Well, you're down by 17 here in the first half. You want to take a shot?
You want to notice?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, can I go old school?
Yeah, please.
Real old school? Can I, Teddy?
Yeah.
Hook and ladder.
I like it.
You never see the hook and ladder anymore.
Until right now.
One of the all-time great plays in football. Well, that'll end the first half. Or that. All right. We're at halftime, Teddy.
17-0. Kimberly in front of Appleton North. Stick around. Halftime special coming up. Special report from Taylor Job. That's next on Showdown. 17-0. It is halftime, and Kimberly leads Appleton North. Ted Stefaniak, John Mina with you, the Appleton North dance team on the field right now, entertaining a very large crowd here.
Incredible crowd. I got to find out what the attendance is when you have both sides completely filled. Kimberly, of course, always travels well, and Appleton North always have great crowds here. That's a great dance team.
Absolutely, and we're going to be talking about some more great extracurricular activities. We're going to be talking about the Kimberly Band.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
Coming up in just a few moments.
The new reporter making his debut here tonight, right?
Tyler Job.
There you go.
One of our neighborhood reporters for NBC 26. So that's coming up next. We'll take another time out with Kimberly leading Appleton North by 17 points here at half. $17-0. Kimberly leads Appleton North. It is halftime. Ted Stefaniak, John Mina with you. Not quite the first half we were expecting.
No, not at all. The one thing I was expecting was this Appleton North this Appleton North offense to really gain a lot of yards, to kind of move up and down the field a little bit with that great quarterback who's multi-talented. But this Kimberly defense has been the story of the ball game, to be honest with you. They have been almost flawless in this entire first half. Just incredible.
Without a doubt. All right, hey, let's head back down to the field. Bring in our third member of our broadcast team. That's Tyler Job, an NBC 26 neighborhood reporter. Great to have you with us, Tyler. I know you've been working in both communities of Appleton and Kimberly this week.
Yeah, that's right, guys. So during COVID-19, schools lost a lot of their traditional identity, and a big part of Kimberly football's program's identity is their pep band, which, as I said, they had to shut down games and not go to some games for quite a period of time, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. But the school's 2 drum majors are working to rejuvenate the student experience, if you will, ahead of game day.
High school bands help set the tone both on and off the field during game day.
Makes everything more exciting, I feel. It's in the background, but at the same time it has a lot of influence.
Kimberly High School seniors Emily Volmer and Amita Pyle command the school's band as its 2 drum majors.
Parade rest!
Leaders who learned as freshmen, they wanted to make a big impact with the band.
At least for me, that's when I knew I wanted to be drum major, just seeing them and all the excitement that they had.
But when COVID hit, that excitement came to a stop, and Volmer says the band just wasn't the same.
It was very, We're here for music, and we can't do much else.
Pyle says a lot of students left the band.
They didn't know what band could be.
But now the drum majors are helping change things up by giving the band a refresh.
The overall goal was just to be excited to be here rather than this is mandatory, like all these games and things like that.
Band director Daniel Gothal says the younger band members now pair up and work together with older band students. And after every home football game, one section of the band receives the Spirit Stick. So far, the award has gone to the percussionists and the trumpeters.
It makes us really proud to see that student leadership at such an extremely high level.
Mark time move! We're just kind of trying to bring us all together.
And set the right tone for the whole community during the game.
Great effort by the drum majors there, I should say. Now, Kimberly's band does not perform at away games. They only perform at home games. So the next time that fans are going to be able to see the band perform will be in 2 weeks at Papermaker Stadium when the Papermakers take on Oshkosh West. And then the band will actually march during its homecoming game October 7th against Neenah. So, like I said, some pretty good, amazing work that the drum majors are doing at Kimberly High School.
Hey, thanks, Tyler. I mean, that was awesome. And there's nothing like a high school band at a high school football game or basketball game. It just brings so much. And right now we're getting some shots of the Appleton North marching band. These guys have been rocking it all night, too.
They've been absolutely fantastic.
They definitely are. And they're keeping the scene lively, which is what pep bands are really supposed to do. They're keeping the crowd entertained. Obviously not really good for the Lightning right now, but they're trying to keep the crowd spirits up. These two teams are pretty good, and Appleton North is still going to have some fight in them, as many would expect. So these two teams have been at or near the top of the conference for quite a long time. I'm sure Coach Salm is bringing up some words of fight into the team in the locker room before the team heads back out here for the second half.
Were you in the Fredonia High School band? No, I don't think.
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
Yeah. Were you in the Fredonia High School marching band?
Was I in a school marching band?
Yes.
I was not in a high school marching band. I actually performed in my middle school marching band at Ozaki Middle School, which is about an hour, 15, 20 minutes just south of here, or south of Green Bay, I should say. About 45 to 50 minutes south of here, so not too far away. So, I did perform in middle school band. I did not perform in high school band, but from my experience, middle school band was a lot of fun, did a lot of concerts. It was a good experience.
Awesome.
Yeah, I bet you he's pretty good.
I think so, too.
Hey, we appreciate the report, Tyler. We've got to take another timeout. We'll check back in with you in the second half. It's halftime where Kimberly leads Appleton North.
I could see you in the band.
17-0. It is Kimberly leading Appleton North. This halftime is flying by, and that's perfect because we want to get to the second half. See if Appleton North can mount a comeback. Two of the top teams in the state. Number 2, Kimberly, leading number 8, Appleton North.
Copeland Buses, now hiring.
Working with Copeland, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Copeland.com to apply.
Life comes at you fast. Let Simon's help by making your next meal. Top with our world champion mozzarella and toppings of your choice, delicious pizza goodness is a phone call away. Quality, convenience, and service. That's Simon's Cheese.
Gandred West Mason Value Center makes navigating today's used car market easy. Find only quality pre-owned vehicles on our lot, safety inspected and reconditioned for the roads ahead. Our non-commissioned sales staff help you maintain your budget goals by guiding you to the right vehicle at one low price. And we help you stay on track by offering competitive financing options. It's that easy. Purchase your next vehicle with confidence from Gandred West Mason Value Center.
Perkins burger, fries, and pie combos are back, starting at just $10.99. Mix and match any of our 100% Angus beef burgers, like our barbecue Tangler burger, breakfast burger, and the all-new Smokehouse Bacon Double Cheeseburger. Served with crispy fries and a slice of any of our famous Perkins pies. And don't forget to order seasonal treats from our bakery, like our fresh-baked pumpkin pies and muffins. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
Wait, how many times do I have to come back?
Personal foul, too many appointments. You should have gone to North Star Dental.
Dr. Pete and his team have experience, and with today's technology, can do more dentistry in just one visit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley from North Star Dental, and dental implants should last a lifetime. Whether you need a single tooth replacement or a full mouth reconstruction, you can get it all done here under one roof.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
I love this pizza!
As the years go by,
I love this pizza!
some things never change.
I love this pizza. Try us. You'll love us too.
Get Wisconsin's best pizza now at 4 Green Bay area locations.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Back at Paul Engen Field, Appleton North High School. Lightning trail the Papermakers of Kimberly 17-0. Week 4 action. WIAA High School football. Glad you can be with us tonight. Ted Stefaniak and John Mino with you. Tyler Jobe, our sideline reporter. We didn't get a chance to talk very much with Tyler.
Well, you know what? That band was so loud.
Yeah.
I mean, they were rocking this place, and everybody was like clapping along with them. I don't think you could hear hardly anything we said.
This
place
sounded
was
great.
Fantastic. You know one thing, though? What's the difference between high school bands of my era, maybe not your era, and high school bands of today?
What's the difference?
Yes. For the most part.
Maybe more participation?
Well, that too,
Yeah.
yes. What else?
I don't know.
They get to wear whatever they want.
Oh, no uniforms.
No uniforms,
No.
the big hats and everything. Remember the big hats?
Yeah.
It's like from the Music Man type thing. Remember?
You would look good in a big hat.
You know what? I still wear one once in a while just to look at myself. Yes. But remember they used to wear those big uniforms? Big heavy stuff? Was that your era? Did you have that your era?
The big heavy wool and the big hats and everything. Yeah, they
at your
would
high
have that.
school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A small high school, though.
Was it a small high school?
Yeah, small high school. I
thought they were all big in Chicago.
Appleton North band was just
All
big.
right.
Sounded great.
Sounded fantastic.
Yeah.
Great dance team.
Yeah.
They get it all going together here tonight, except this Kimberly defense has thrown a monkey wrench into their huge crowd expectations.
Yeah, and Appleton North will kick off here to start the second half. By the way, next week, it's going to be West Appear at Pulaski. So the second half is underway. That'll bounce into the end zone, touchback, and it'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Hey, tonight's Showdown game is brought to you in part by our friends at McMahon's of Luxembourg, or Simon's Cheese. Both of them are outstanding sponsors.
Great start to the second half so far.
That's right, Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese Little Chute.
It's like fumbling the opening kickoff in the second half, Teddy. Same thing. Thank goodness I'm here. So Kimberly will start it off. Their offense just rolled in that second quarter, didn't it? They were just outstanding.
Well, 17 points tells the story so far. A couple of touchdowns on some long drives. They go back to work, keeping it on the ground. Haven't thrown a whole lot in this game. They haven't needed
had
to.
No, Barry again. You know, he was hit nearly at the line of scrimmage, and those strong legs just kept churning. Instead of a 2-yard gain, turns out to be a 6-yard gain. That's the way he's been all night. Nothing flashy, just powerful and moving the pile. It's a tough combination when you got that kind of size and speed and strength. Barry again. There he goes, just moves that pile again. Incredible. He was hit probably at the 30-yard line, and it was a tough hit. It was a hard hit. Number 22 came up and just gave him a pop, but I'll tell you what, he just stayed with it, kept the legs driving, put the shoulders down.
Well, they're getting to him early, but he's just
Absolutely.
so strong. He's dragging
question.
players.
No question about it. No, he's special. Thank you. By the way, Teddy.
Yeah.
This is basically, well, this is capacity crowd. Okay? On both sides. Take a guess how many it would be.
3,000.
Very close. Stop that time for a yard gain. 3,400.
3,400.
Yes.
Wow.
So you have to assume there are 3,400 people here in the stands tonight. What a great crowd for a high school football game. So gain of just 1 that time. So again, if you're Kimberly, you've still got that great weapon of the 6'5" quarterback with a rocket arm that they haven't really used too much tonight. Let's see if we get it here on 2nd and 9. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Barry in the backfield with quarterback Myron. Comes left side.
That's
Big
Garbage.
Receiver. Jason Garbage. 6'3" receiver. Boy, it's nice to have a big target like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Brings up 3rd and short. You're going to have to look at it.
Perfect throw. Nice job. Nice tackle right there. Taking him down before he had a chance to get that first down. Number 35, Christian Pride. So 3rd and 2. As Appleton North tries to get something going, offensively or defense, to get some energy going here in the second half. Direct snap once again to Barry.
In the backfield, and a timeout. Let's see.
Kimberly.
Yeah, they'll take the timeout. Early timeout here with 9:25 remaining in the third quarter. Chad Michaelwitz wants to talk about it. We'll step away. You're watching Showdown. Back to action here at Appleton North.
And again,
17-0, 9:25 remaining in the third quarter, and an early timeout here by Kimberly.
Barry will be taking the snap.
And back to that Wildcat action and a first down.
Good lead blocking once again. Got that edge right away. Got up there in a hurry. Gained over the 45-yard line. So big first down for Kimberly right there. Up to North trying to get a stop and, as I mentioned, get some momentum going. Barry leaves the ball game. Myron, the quarterback, comes back in. So again, you were talking earlier, Teddy, that you got to hit Barry low. You absolutely have to. But you know what? You got to go like literally to the ankles because his lower legs are so incredibly strong.
And this is Tyson.
Second
Back
receiver.
to that 1-2 punch that you were talking about in the first half.
Absolutely. Brock Salm came up to make the stop. 6'2", 197. Senior defensive back. Yeah, that's a great little 1-2 punch. Just give him a little bit of a break. Come to the sidelines. Catch your breath. Myron goes to the sideline to get the play. So second down and about 4. Inside Lightning territory.
Tyson again. Left side, met in the backfield, and a loss of 1.
Yeah, that was a real nice job of the Appleton North defense that time. Ben Isom, number 52, 6', 208, senior linebacker. Did a really good job of that time. So he leaves the ball game. Tyson does. And Barry comes back in. Boy, he's a workhorse, though, isn't he, Barry?
Yeah. Well, they got to give him a break every once in a while.
You have to, absolutely. So 3rd and 5 from the 48. Split formation once again. 2 wide receivers left this time. 1 here on the near side.
To the
Looking
air.
deep.
Myron has a man, and he didn't see the ball.
No, he never did get open either. Nice job by the defensive back that time. Staying right with the receiver.
Yeah, Garbage kind of turned around and never quite locked on the
Christian
pass.
Pride, number 35, the defensive back stayed right with him. But you're right. He didn't. It almost like he didn't assume the ball was coming to him.
Yep. Well, good job of that North defense.
It's been a while since we've seen a Kimberly punt. So
Ethan
North will get
Kreider.
the ball.
Where's number 10 for Kimberly, the punter?
He's had some boomers so far tonight. Kind of an end over end, but that could go deep into Appleton North territory. Well, it kind of dies at about the 12.
All right, we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Now back to action here at Appleton North. A player injured for Appleton North on that punt. It was Brock Salm needed help getting off the field, John.
Yeah, they got him sitting on the bench right now, but you could tell they didn't want him putting any weight on one of his legs. Oh,
back
big
to
hit.
Action. Man.
Big hit by Arndt. But again, I still couldn't really bring him down. I mean, this was as good of a hit as you could ask for. Right there. And he just keeps the legs going. Wow. Coming over there, Cal Hansen making the stop, 5'11", 245. So a loss of 2 on the play. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more of that, Teddy. These linebackers just shooting gaps, things like that. Gambling maybe a little bit, but sitting back and, waiting for the big guy to come to you has been working.
Both players pay the price when you go full
No
speed
question.
at that. There's another long shot down the field, and that is
incomplete.
Well, made a great effort at it.
Good defense back there that time. Number 35, Christian Pride. And on the play again. He had a chance, though. I mean, that was just a good athletic play. He had defensive backs in great position. You had the receiver going up. Looked like he had the timing. It's just a matter of who hangs on to it when they come down. So 3rd and 12 for Kimberly.
4:13 remaining in the third quarter.
I've been predicting that rollout all night long, and I really haven't seen it often, Teddy. 3 wide receivers to the right. I think that's the first time we've seen that. Trips to the right side. Nobody on the left side, nobody on the right. Has a man.
Yeah.
All
Came
the big
underneath,
tackle.
but short of the first down, so Garbish with the reception.
Trent Mullen with the stop, 5'11", 178, senior defensive back.
And even though it's going to be, they pick up about 11 yards on this, they're going to be about a yard shy. They're not going to mess around. They're going to punt here.
Yeah. So Appleton North with a couple of big stops, but again, their offense has to get something going. Punting from the 25-yard line. Deep to receive for Appleton North. Nick Bergen. Punt goes out of bounds.
Away from this one as it goes out of bounds.
And about the 28.
Hey, tonight's Showdown game is brought to you in part by our friends at McMahon's of Luxembourg. Quality furniture at reasonable prices, where the best home for our furniture is yours. Extended Labor Day sale going on, anniversary sale coming up.
I can see you as a pretty good furniture shopper. You're very
wife.
You're very deliberate with everything you do.
Wife.
So okay, just saying.
I don't have to be.
All right.
Jessica takes care of that.
Okay, I can see that too.
Yeah.
North comes out with a couple of wide receivers wide.
Oh, a big hit after a couple yard gain. Tough couple of yards.
Jack Hamus at quarterback once again with that carry. Looked like he had a huge lane, didn't it? And right about when he was like the bird, it just closed. I mean, somebody just shut the door. That's the way they've been tonight. So, gain of 2. Second and 8 from the 32-yard line. And they switch back to the other quarterback.
4 receivers in the set again. And they put another man in motion. And that's the man they go to.
Oh, dropped.
Well, he was open as they were looking that time for Jack Robinson.
Yeah, the pass was there. They'd made the change at quarterback again with Kreitzer coming in at quarterback. Made a good throw, but just a drop. So 3rd and 8 now from the 32. 2:40 left to go in the third quarter. This game's moved too fast, Eddie.
Well, this one really has.
It's just blew by.
The North going to the air a little bit more here in the second half than they did in the first half.
Kreitzer again on 3rd and 8. Looking deep.
Little
just overshoots his man. Yep. Caden popped the intended receiver that time for Appleton North. Kind of had a step on his man at the end, but it just sailed out of bounds. So a 4th down for Appleton North. And they'll punt once again. So Appleton North's defense had a couple of really good series, but again, the offense just sputtering. Not able to chop up some first downs. See if we see another boomer like we've seen before.
Here comes
Low
the
snap.
pressure once again.
Gets it off nicely. Inside the 30, inside the 25. Wow, all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Yep.
Great punt.
Well, that'll put a smile on the face of Kimberly once again. Speaking of that, Smile Camp tonight brought to you by North Star Dental Group, changing your life by changing your smile. Great smiles out there
Beautiful
tonight.
smiles. Fantastic smiles.
Dr. Pete.
He gets it done.
He's got locations in Appleton and Sheboygan. Those guys are having fun tonight.
Having a blast. Having the, what are those called? Not Jello Pops. Those icicle things there. Love those things.
Icy Pops?
Icy Pops. Used
Probably
to love
not
those
good
things.
for the dental work.
Well, not that bad. I'm telling you. You know what? More business for Dr. Pete.
There you go. There you go.
I think he must encourage it.
So 1st and 10 from the 22. And Mr. Barry goes back to work. A flag comes in as Barry just churns out the yards with a flag in the backfield.
Yeah. Just gets that outside, and you think there's about 3 guys that have a shot in him, and somehow he keeps moving forward. Let's see if this play is holding. Definitely bringing it back. Yep.
Hey, the Down and Distance tonight brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center. With no hassle, no haggle philosophy means that you get one low price always. Shop GandrudWest.com today.
Big penalty all the way back to the 10-yard line. So Kimberly having some problems on offense here in this second half. So let's go bring up a 1st and from the 10, 23-yard line, 21st and 23. Yep. One wide receiver way, way wide to the left. And that time stopped at the line of scrimmage. Number 52, Ben Isom, one of the guys coming over there to make that stop. So obviously the defense has really come out with their ears pinned back for Appleton North. But the offense is going to have one quarter to try to get back into this ball game, get something going.
Just really haven't gotten anything going yet.
Just no rhythm. No, they can't put together, or they couldn't put together consecutive first downs just to try to, you get that momentum going. You almost feel like you're playing downhill then. That hasn't happened.
Yeah, that'll be a big fourth quarter. Whether you win or lose, you want to at least start building some momentum
Absolutely.
against a quality team, one of the best in the state.
Myron has his man.
He's got to come back for it a little bit.
Gain of about 10 up to the 21-yard line.
And again, you were working at a 2nd and 24. So,
right.
I mean,
that's
great
fine.
pickup,
That's a great
but
play. Yeah.
Cut it in half.
Right.
And then
Actually,
some.
more than half, right?
Yeah.
Gain of about 13. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that's tough. If you pick up 13 yards, you got 10 more to go.
Boy, he's got a nice arm. Doesn't he just stand so tall in the pocket at 6'5", and just a great delivery.
And that was a great play. As
Yep, nice job of coming back.
Came back for it. Under a minute to play in the 3rd.
Hitch and go. Oh, and he's down, and the ball was loose.
Still loose. Well, this would be big if Appleton North can come up with it. No signal. And I think Kimberly got it back.
I think Myron fell back on it. Big recovery for Kimberly. Very big recovery.
He popped out a couple of times there.
So Appleton North, for the 3rd series in a row, puts a stop. He was looking for the hitch and go, Teddy. The wide receiver on this side went about 8 yards, kind of did that little stop and then took off again, but the defensive back did not buy the fake. He stayed right with him. Did a really nice job staying right with the receiver, not giving him that separation.
All right, 3rd quarter comes to a close. The punt will come up when we start the 4th quarter. That's next. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
Well,
First and 10 on the 40. We've got to go back and take a look at this one, John. You know, when things are going right
I was just
for
going to
you.
say that. When you know, how do you know when it's your night?
Watch this. Oh,
the fumble went out, the snap went out of the quarterback's hands, bounced right into the running back's hands with perfect timing. It's just
like you drew it up.
Like you drew it up. That was incredible.
Man. It's going right.
That's
going
when
right.
you know. Yep, that's what I said. That's when you know it's your night.
You know, that's the exact thing that Appleton North needs to happen. A fumble or something to
they
turn
need
the
a break.
ball over. And
no question.
Try to get something good happening here. And right now they're just trying to stop this tough
Tyson with the run.
Methodical,
tough
effective Kimberly offense.
They really are. They're methodical in offense, and their defense has been nothing short of sensational. Shutting out the 8th-ranked team in the top division in the state of Wisconsin, shutting them out with 9.5 left to play in the ball game. That says something. So 3rd and 2.
Give to Tyson.
And just shy, I believe, just shy of the 50.
Yeah, should bring up a 4th down. So they'll mark this. Meanwhile, we'll let you know that free of charge, walk in for an injury assessment and immediate evaluation by the Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team. Save the cost of an ER or urgent care visit for sports injuries. Experience elite care for everybody. Bell & Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
Player down for Appleton North, helping him up, and they're going to take him off the field. It's a second player to come off for Appleton North. You hate to see that.
Again.
Yeah, it is. He had injured himself a few minutes ago, came on the sidelines. I had to help him off just like this. Went back in the ball game. And once again, they're helping him off. Hate to see that. Such a great, great player. Wow. So Kimberly, you would think, would go for it here, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Psalm, again, coming off second time. First team, all conference as a safety last season. Couple of interceptions and one for an interception return for a touchdown this season. So, I mean, that's
a key player right there.
Without a doubt. So hopefully he's going to be all right the rest of the night and get ready for next week. And a new ball carrier in for
set.
Yep.
They don't get much smaller. 6'1", 225.
Well, you know, we were just talking about all-conference guys.
Right.
Okay, so Doucette, first-team all-conference outside linebacker
right.
last year.
And they put him in short yardage for running back. 6'1", 225. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a couple of yards.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Big fella.
Get in there.
Come here. Move the chain.
And what's he saying? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
give me the ball.
I get to carry it? Gain of about 3 past the 40-yard line. Well, Kimberly would obviously be very content to just run this thing, you know, just for the rest of the ball game, not put it in the air and just chop up that clock. And that's why I mentioned earlier, Ted, even though it was in the 3rd quarter, you know, it wasn't inconceivable that the Lightning would have gone for it on that 4th down, that 4th and 5, because just the opportunities of getting the football again are so slim.
Yeah.
I mean, Kimberly chews up so much time on the clock. It's incredible.
So here's a 2nd and 8. And again, just
a little bit of a different formation that time. They had a fullback. Sam Miller, number 81, 6'2", 217 as a lead blocker.
All those great replays you're seeing tonight, brought to you by our friends at Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
Did you go back for a little grilled cheese this week?
I did not. I didn't get down there this week.
All right.
But I will be in the area more often now.
I think we should go there for lunch.
My daughter and her husband just purchased a house in the Appleton North School District.
Oh, no kidding.
So, potentially, offensive lineman, class of 2041. So keep that in mind for the 2041 schedule.
Why offensive lineman? Not
well, I don't know if it's a boy
receiver
or girl.
Or
Could
okay,
be.
Gotcha.
Could
All
be.
right, you know. I mean, if he's 6'8" like you, who knows what could happen? Well, that's a quick running back too, isn't it? Aren't going out there, Brock Arndt out there making another stop. It's an outstanding linebacker. So 4th down for Kimberly, going for it. They got the big guy in as a lead blocker again. That being Sam Miller. Oh, nice play, nice defense.
Doucette again.
Coming up quickly that time for Appleton North. Trent Mullen, number 21, makes a stop. So turnover on downs. Appleton North will have 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Just trying to pull out a miracle in this ball game. On a perfect night for football, in front of almost 3,500 fans. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, they got to start spinning it now, Teddy. They got to put it in the air. Oh, pretty good looking stiff arm that time. Robinson with the carry. And knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 2. You know, maybe he did watch Josh Allen last night. Trying a little option here. That is a tremendous stiff arm. Lost art.
2nd and 8.
Well, I think the Lightning are just trying to finish strong.
Well, without a doubt.
You know what I mean? I was thinking they're going to start spinning, throwing it around a little bit and everything like that. Looks like they just want to finish out this ball game with something positive on offense.
A lot of season left to go. And there are a lot of good teams on that schedule when you're talking about the Fox Valley Association.
Incredible.
We're talking about 4 teams in the top 10 in Division 1.
Yeah.
You can also throw Bayport in there in Division 1. 5 teams from the area in the top 10 in Division 1. And
it's incredible.
Some movement there.
Very few penalties in tonight's ball game. That's nice to see, isn't it?
Oh, no, John. I like more penalties.
No, I want as many penalties as possible. You know how much I enjoy them too, Teddy. Ball starting Appleton North.
That'll back them up. By the way, you can rewatch this game by checking out the NBC26.com/Showdown webpage, a dedicated page to Sports Showdown. We got all the games archived there, the schedule. You can also check out other highlights from around the area. Brandon Kennard and company taking care of that from NBC 26.
So 3rd and 10 now. Will Brandon be making an appearance on Showdown this year?
Absolutely.
All right.
Got to have him. Sports director extraordinaire.
Heavy pressure and taken down. That was number 50, Owen Fries, 5'10", 164-pound linebacker coming in.
So 4th down coming up.
And North will punt.
4:38 to go.
You know, one thing about this Appleton North team, though, Teddy, playing a team like Kimberly, sometimes, and I know, some people say there's nothing good about losing, and there really isn't in a lot of ways, but sometimes, if things go pretty well for you for the first 3 games like that, sometimes and I'm not saying it happened, but sometimes you start feeling, hey, we can handle pretty much anything. And this time, this type of thing sometimes make you self-evaluate one more time.
Down at the 45, that's where Kimberly will start when we come back. This is Showdown.
Not enough time in the day. Call Simon's for a delicious cheese and sausage tray. Trust our selection of 4 different Wisconsin cheeses, and then pair it with Wisconsin all-beef summer sausage, and you'll have a winner every time. Quality, convenience, and service. That's Simon's Cheese.
I love this pizza!
As the years go by,
I love this pizza!
some things never change.
I love this pizza. Try us. You'll love us too.
Get Wisconsin's best pizza now at 4 Green Bay area locations.
So Kimberly gets the ball back with 4:20 to play in this ball game. Start on their own 45 with a 17-0 lead.
Nice cut to the outside, showing some wheels.
Tyson's got the room out across the 30-yard line, and a big pickup for the Papermakers is Gavin Tyson. We've seen him several times tonight. Some short yardage situations.
Right, just giving Barry
nice
a break. Right, absolutely. Just a nice job showing some real speed on the outside. Again, 184, so he's got some size. Just takes it over that left side, does a nice job, gets a nice downfield block. And a big pickup all the way down to the 28-yard line. Tyson Sting in the ball game. Sure they feel that Blake Berry did enough tonight to earn his varsity letter.
And then
some. The right side.
Short yardage.
Gain of about 1. So Kimberly is going to move on with another win, possibly move up on the rankings, depend what else happens around here. And another team, Teddy, we're talking about from the Valley around here there's a bunch of teams having great seasons, but, outside of Division 1, we're talking about Menasha being number 5 in the state in Division 3. Talking about Pulaski being number 2, Division 2. West De Pere number 8 in Division 2.
And we will see
Luxembourg
West De Pere.
Casco. What's that?
Next week. We'll see West De Pere next week.
Yep.
And Pulaski, 2 teams you just mentioned.
Right. So they're 3 and 8 in the state. So same matchup basically as we had here tonight. Tyson taking down hard that time at the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 3rd and 10. Looks like some new bodies coming into the ball game for Kimberly. Then talk about some other teams around here, though. St. Mary Springs, number 1 in Division 6. Coleman, number 2. Kewanee, number 6 in Division 5. Freedom, number 3 in Division 4. Little Chute, number 10 in Division 4. So this part of the state, tremendously well represented in the state rankings.
Go to the air.
Going deep. Has his man.
A big pickup.
Fumbles.
Loose ball. And at the 5-yard line, Appleton North gets it back with 2:41 to play in the game.
Abe Coronado, the tight end, broke free.
We'll be back after this timeout. So Appleton North gets the ball back with 2:40 to play in the game. Taking advantage of the turnover here, trying to get something going.
Jeremy Nelson with the carry, 6 foot, 195.
You get some
senior running back.
Some players in the ball game. Now Nelson has had 15 carries coming into the ball game. A couple of touchdowns.
Well, he's got great size. Again, when you can bring somebody off the bench with that kind of size, that's pretty nice. So 2nd and 7. Kreitzer with the keeper. Ted, it's pretty tough and unfair to compare high school football teams, because you only see them a few times or whatever. But this Kimberly defense, it's about as good as I've seen.
Yeah.
It really is. And we're talking about teams that won, 6 state championships in a row or something? I mean, it's just like incredible what they've achieved. But, wow, this defense, we're seeing how it pans out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
3rd and 4.
Robinson keeps it. Yeah.
Robinson taken down inside.
There's nothing there. Number 34, Connor Scheissel.
And a 4th down coming up. Well, it doesn't get much easier for Appleton North. So you look ahead, they're at Neenah next week, and they've been outstanding this season.
Outstanding. They are, I shouldn't say the surprise, but in some ways the most impressive. Although this Kimberly team, before this game, they were the most impressive.
So we got Fond du Lac in week 8 coming up. So
big games.
Big games for them.
And the punt from the end zone, and Kimberly will be able to take the knee if they'd like for the rest of the ball game. Well, not the kind of football game we expected, Teddy, but everything else was fantastic out here tonight. The crowd, the weather, the enthusiasm in the stands.
Take a look at the Kimberly schedule coming up. At the Appleton East next week, Oshkosh West. Some big games in week 7 and 8 at Fond du Lac
and Neenah. And you know what? Don't sleep on Kakana. I know they got shut out in that game and everything, but they've got some good football players. I still think that could be a team to reckon with down the stretch of the season. So another player shaken up for Appleton North coming off the field with 30 seconds left.
Hey, don't forget to stick around. News at 9 is coming up here on WACY.
Kimberly students have the phones working over there on the far side. See that? I like that. They didn't do that in my era.
They didn't have the cell phones going?
They did not have the cell phones.
Or they didn't have the cell phones with the flashlights.
That's what it was. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. So victory formation for Kimberly, and that's going to do it. But what an impressive all-around performance. Defense, the entire ball game was phenomenal. Offense in that first half was outstanding. That's a tough football team right there that just beat a very tough team.
Without a doubt. And working under a new head coach, Chad Michaelowitz,
yep.
He just keeps it rolling here
Absolutely.
for the Papermakers.
Yep.
So the final seconds tick off, and Kimberly improves to 4-0 on the season. Appleton North suffers their first defeat of the season. Now these two teams faced each other in the regular season last year. Kimberly won that game. It was Appleton North who got the better of them in the playoffs. We'll see if they meet each other come postseason this year. But tonight it belongs to Kimberly, 17-0. We'll be back to wrap things up. Get you ready for next week after this timeout. Well, big game coming up next week, week 5, the halfway point of the season. It's West De Pere at Pulaski next week. That should be a great one.
It should be a great one. You know, Pulaski we saw play De Pere, and they are just a typical Pulaski team. They've got a running back that's just outstanding, 6'2", about 225 pounds. West De Pere, they've got that vaunted offense, great quarterback, great receivers. That's going to be a fun football game. Two opposites, the West De Pere with a very imaginative offense, and Pulaski. I'll tell you what.
Pulaski's Pulaski?
Pulaski's Pulaski, man.
But they started throwing the ball a little bit this season.
Yes, they did. They didn't throw it much in that last game we did, though. But they did throw it 15 times that one game, and we gave Coach a little gruff about that. But, yeah, so that's going to be a contrast of styles, which should be a lot of fun.
Looking forward to that. It was a great game last year. Looking forward to the game next week. That'll start at 7 o'clock next Friday right here on TV 32. It's going to wrap things up here. Tough game, tough night for Appleton North, but Kimberly, they just keep rolling.
They're dominant, no question about it.
on the season, a very impressive win tonight.
One of the absolute best teams in the state of Wisconsin. I don't even want to look forward to the playoffs because I'm enjoying this weather too much right now, so let's not talk about them. But everybody around the state has to be looking at these scores on Saturday morning or whatever and saying, I thought maybe there'd be a little bit of a break now with the new coaching staff.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Kimberly continues to roll. All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you next week, everyone. Week 5 coming up next week. It's West De Pere at Pulaski. We'll see you then. For John Mino, I'm Ted Stefaniak. So long, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Tonight's game on TV 32 is brought to you by Bell & Health. Elite care for everybody. Gallagher's Pizza. Italian food, Irish spirit. McMahon's of Luxembourg, where the best home for our furniture is yours. Cobison Buses. Family pride in every ride. North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile. Lamers, the passenger professionals. Gandred on West Mason. One low price, always. Witt Family Auto. From our lot to yours. And Simon's Specialty Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese.